Jessica, and welcome to my Technological Competence video. So for today's task, we are to demonstrate the different functions of the buttons here compiled in the Home tab. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started for our return demonstration. Now that we're here, in the Home tab section of the Microsoft Word, let us now define its purpose. So the purpose of Home tab is to gather all the most common features in one ribbon. We can see in here that it is divided into different groups such as the clipboard group, the font group, the paragraph group, the styles group, the editing, the dictate, the editor, and the add-ins. Now, let us move toward the next page to utilize these functions of the Home tab. Let us first discuss the clipboard group. For example, there is this group of words or sentences that I would like to duplicate in another part of the document. Then you select this, and then let's click copy. And then let's go downward, and let's say that I want to paste it in here. So you click the paste button. You can actually do different options for paste, such as keep source formatting, so it doesn't have any changes. Then we have merge formatting. So merge formatting, the text is still there, but it merges with the font of the text under it. Then keep text only is pretty much the same with merge formatting. So it keeps the text, and whatever font is laid out in this part of the document, it follows. Then for the picture, you can no longer edit the text, and you can adjust its text wrapping, such as square, tight, top and bottom, behind text, in front of text, and through. When you click on through, you can penetrate through some words or other parts of the paragraph, but the text itself stays. So let's undo that. Let's say that this text rather, is not satisfying for me. Like, I don't like how it was placed or how I pasted it, and I want to move to another part of the document. Let us select it again and click cut. Then when you click cut, you can move it here without being duplicated, and then paste, and there it is. Now let's move toward the format painter. So format painter, that we will be utilizing already some functions of this font group. So let's say I wanted to make the introduction bold, italicized, and underlined. And then we want to do it to the other headings of the subtopics as well. Then you click on the format painter. So when you click it once, it will be only highlighting and formatting one heading, and then you can no longer use it again. But if you click on it twice, it remains after highlighting just one heading. You can still continue with some other parts of the document, like this. And then this one. So that is for the clipboard group. Now that we are done with the clipboard group, let us now proceed with the font group. As we can see, we have already utilized some of its functions, such as the bold, italicize, and underline. So now we can also change its font style, such as this one, Calibri Body. We can change it to other fonts such as Times New Roman, Arial Narrow, Comic Sans, and it appears like this. So now let's undo that one. We can also change its font size, such as
this by clicking this button or clicking this button to return it to its original form. As you can see, there are a selection of numbers in here, but if there are other numbers that you'd like to input that are not in the list, you can just simply type in a number such as this one. I want to make it size 19. Then you type it this way, and then it appears like that. Now let's undo. Then we can also erase the format and put it back to its original form. It appears like this. Or you can also highlight it with the color of your choice. Aside from the default color, which is yellow, you can make it green, pink. I would like to make it blue, so I'll click on this one. Oh, there you go. You can also change its color. Instead of black, I would like to put it in color orange, so we can click on this and then it becomes orange. There. You can also change its case by clicking on this. For example, the title of this document. You can make it sentence case. So it's like this one, the normal one. What about let's make it lowercase? So all the letters are in small forms. Then let's make it uppercase. So all the letters are capitalized. Now let us make it into capitalize each word. So we can see here that all the first letters of each sentence are in capital letters. Then lastly, we can do the toggle case. So for toggle case, it's the opposite of sentence case and capitalize each word, in which the first letter of each sentence is in lowercase and the rest are in capitalized form. So it's like the reverse. Now let us undo. And then let's think of another function. For example, I don't like this word late in the sentence, so I would like to remove it, but I would like to keep a record that it was formerly in there before its final revision. So we will use the strike through. There. We can see in here that when it is read, instead of the late 1970s, it will be the 1970s and the early 1980s. But instead of being completely erased, the record is still there. Then, you can also add a subscript in which you can put small letters on it or small numbers beside it. For example, I would like to put Y or 1. So that's what you call a subscript. You can also put a superscript, which is very helpful in creating documents that has mathematical forms such as exponent or squared or other letters that you would like to put as side notes, such as this one. Lastly, we have the dialog box, in which you can find it not only in the font group but also on other groups such as the clipboard, the paragraph, the styles group. In this dialog launch button, you can see in here other options that can no longer be included in the functions itself in the home tab due to small spaces. In here you can do strike through, double strike through. Most of the functions are in here, but there are other advanced or special functions in here that you would like to enable. You can just click on the dialog launch button. And that's it for our font group. So now that we are done with the font group, let us now go to the paragraph group. So in the paragraph group, you can see here that the text here is automatically in left indent, which means when you type something, it starts in the left. When we say center indent, the layout of a certain text will be in center, and when you type, it starts in the center as well. Then we have the right indent, which is the opposite of left indent. And we also have the justified. If it's justified, we say that the texts are in one accord, both in the left and right side, and it is distributed evenly. You can also adjust the spaces of other words by clicking this option. Okay, so let's undo this one. You can also edit the space lining. Instead of 1.0, which is the default, you can increase it to 1.15, 1.5, double space, or triple space. You can add more in the line spacing options, or use the selections such as add space or remove space after a paragraph. And also make indentations such as decrease indent or increase indent. You can also do other special indentations. As you can see here in the line spacing options, you can use multiple. We have special indentation, which is first line, in which automatically the first line is indented, or hanging, which is the reversal, in which the rest of the lines are the ones indented and the first line is the one normal. Then we can also add other alignments here. Then select OK if it's up to you. Then we can also go to a different list and numbers. So, for example, I would like to add here infos about the 1990s, or let's say early 2000, or let's say 2025, which is this year. If you want to put it as a list, then you could either select bullets, and there will be bullets here, or if you don't like the circle bullet, you can use square, you can use a diamond one. You can have a different selection here in the bullet library and change the list level. We can also make a list by using numbers such as 1, 2, 3. You can also change the list level and set numbering value. For example, you don't want to start at 1, you want to start at 4. Click OK, and it will start at 4, 5, 6. You can also change it to a multi-level list, in which, by clicking on this list, you can create an outline of the details to expand more of the information or knowledge. For example, this one, 1990s, and then you select this one. So, instead of 2, when you tab it, it will go this way. Let's say 1991. And then you can create more by clicking on tab. Then it will be 1992. Add more tabs, 1993. You can see it's have different combination of lists, and you can effectively create outlines in here. So now let's undo this one. You can also select a color for the text as a background. For example, I would like to make it light green. Then it will appear this way. You can also create a grid by choosing a top border, left border, right border, all borders, and then it becomes a table. But if you want to add a bottom line to the text, or you would like to create a new topic, then you can choose the bottom border, which is more efficient instead of just clicking the hyphen and moving on to the next topic like this. Or use the underscore to make a bottom line and create a new topic, such as this. Putting a line makes it more efficient, and because it is more efficient, it will not be bothersome for you to type a lot of underscores or hyphens in order to put a bottom line and create a new topic. You can also arrange this in order. For example, ascending or descending, and then it would end up this way. The early 2000 will be here since we base the formation by numbers first, followed by the letter, which is letter E. So that's it for our third group, which is the paragraph group. Now that we are done with the paragraph group, let us go with the styles group. Like for example, this one, the origins of new wave music is highlighted. Then, it's like word art. There are designated styles in here, but the difference is that compared to randomly designed ones that you can apply, if you want to make your visuals more appealing, you can style your text based on the parts of the document here. Like for example, we have here the heading 1 or heading 2. Then we can use heading 2. For example, you wanted to make an intense reference, then you can choose this one. When it comes to word art, it's almost the same with styles, but it doesn't have designated parts where you can put it. You can just choose one as you please. And there you have it. Now, we not only these four styles, these four groups rather of the home tab section, we also have here extra ones that doesn't need to have multiple parts. But before that, let us go back to the styles. I would like to also emphasize that not only do we have here the designated styles to choose from, you can also clear its formatting if you want it in the original form. You can apply this also in other parts of the document if you want your headings to be as one type of font, or you can also create your own style. Like for example, this one, style 2. You can click OK, and then your style 2 appears here. Or you can create another style in which you can modify the name, the style type. Will it be paragraph, character, is it link, table, or list? Or maybe you can also use the style for following paragraph, first the style based on. You can also choose your formatting font, formatting size. You can also make it bold, italicized, underlined. You can choose your own color, and you can choose if it's Latin or Asian script. Then it's up to you if you'd like to apply that customized style for your text, or maybe you can just choose from the following selection. So now let's go back to these four additional groups. We have here the editing, dictate, editor, and add-in. So they're all on solo platforms, solo sections compared to this one, which has different functions in one group. So what is editing? Editing is where you can put the find, replace, and select text. So if you want to find something, find a text, you can search on it. For example, I would like to search for music. Since there are lots of music words in here, and the document is very long, then you can just click on one of these results to find what you're looking for. Oh, there it is. I want to find out about the Western music scene. I want to retrace it. Then it is located in here. Then You can also replace that one. Let's search for replace, find music. Replace with genres. Let's say genres. Then you can click on either replace one word, or you can replace all. Instead of music, all of the words with music will be changed into genres. Or you can find next. If that is not the type of music that you would like to replace with the word genre, then you can find next. Electronic music, replace. There, genres in Asia. If you click replace all, it has 19 replacements already. So now let us close this one and let us move on to the next. Let us undo the changes as well. So now it's back to music. Now you can also click here select for editing, and for editing you can choose to select all instead of Control A. You can select certain objects such as shape or text areas. When I say text areas, it's like those that have text box, or select all text with similar formatting, or we can choose other selection pane. When we say dictate, you can use this to pronounce a word, and then when you pronounce a word, it will be encoded. I'm not sure if my mic is working right now, so let's try it. Start dictation. In my opinion, I can see that it encodes all the words that I'm telling in this document. Now let us stop the microphone to stop the dictation as well. Let us delete that. And then you can also transcribe words. When you say transcribe, you can add here an MP4, an MP3, a voice record, or other forms of audio files, and then by uploading the audio, it transcribes all the words within that sound so that you can easily encode it in the document. This is very efficient for people, especially for researchers or journalists who are interviewing people, and of course they use voice record or sound to easily hear the response. They can just simply upload it, and then Microsoft Documents will be the one to encode those words for you to input. Then we have the editor. So for the editor, you can see here the editor score, and in the editor score you can see how much percentage is for formal writing. You can say it's 93% accurate, so the level is very high. You can also choose between casual or professional writing. So it's at 95%. We can see here the corrections needed in order to have 100% editor score, such as spelling. We have here 4. Duran. It says here delete repeated word, or this one, another Duran. And then future pop, there's no reference information for that, and other types of spelling as well. We also have here the grammar. You can see here what needs to be edited. Let's choose this one, and then the double lines in here will be fixed. Let's also do the same for spelling. For example, delete repeated word, and then the squiggly lines will disappear. It's supposedly in here, but there's no more. And we have also other factors here such as clarity, conciseness, formality, inclusiveness, punctuation conventions, resume, vocabulary, and similarity, so that we can see if there are some cases that are at risk for plagiarism, which is very important, especially for those who are doing research papers. You also have here additional insights and feedback to the Microsoft editor. Lastly, we have the add-ins. So for the add-ins, we have here additional apps that we can integrate for special functions in the Microsoft Word. We have here ChatGPT, then we have Autopilot, we have Pick It. There are so many items here that we can choose. We have also Math Type, Adobe, more add-ins. Let's say I would like to add Grammarly. So we don't have Grammarly here, but instead we have here the grammar checker. So let's try to add that one. Oh, but there's error loading. So we cannot add some add-ins here for now, but at least have an idea of what the function of add-ins is. Also have here the show ribbon options in which you can use it. You can use full screen mode. It means the ribbon will be entirely removed and you can see the whole of the document without any hindrances. Or you can click on the button to change options like show tabs only. So show tabs only, you cannot see the other functions, but you can see here the other tabs such as home, insert, design, layout, and others. You can also choose other options such as always show ribbon and hide quick access toolbar. So the default one is the always show ribbon. And that's it for our Microsoft Document Home tab exercises.
And that's it for our written demonstration. I hope you learned something about the functions and the new and special features of the Microsoft Word Home tab. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.